I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Thanks for joining me here on YouTube. We've got so much to talk about, a very active pattern setting up for January. I am a snow lover. I'm looking all over for any potential for moisture and cold air to line up. And neither of these two systems is going to be it for us, unfortunately, for the snow lovers out there. But Saturday's system will bring a wintry mix to the western part of North Carolina, a cold rain here. Tuesday's system also quite significant in a much different way. It's going to be a lot warmer with that system, but we could be looking at some very strong winds, very heavy rain, high impact weather again on Tuesday. Let's start with Saturday. It's going to be a cold rain for the triangle, but parts of Person County, a sliver of Granville and Mecklenburg County, Virginia, could see a little bit of freezing rain Saturday as this event begins. The rain would be light at that time, and it's a narrow window of time, likely between about 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. We're not expecting the ice to accrue or add up on the roads, so travel issues are not expected to be widespread anywhere in our viewing area. But if you're traveling west toward the mountains, you could run into some issues. We're watching this closely. The issue is, people want to know, could this change? Could this suddenly turn into a big freezing rain event, a big ice storm, or a big snow event? Well, in order for freezing rain to sustain itself and add up a lot, there's got to be a good cold air source, and high pressure is already going to be offshore. It's not going to be situated north of us, which would provide a feed of cold air, and you really need a solid feed of cold air for an ice storm to develop. That's because when freezing rain happens, it actually stops itself essentially, because the raindrop freezes when it contacts the surface. Because of latent heat release and the transfer of state there, it actually warms the surrounding air. So it's going to eventually cut itself off, especially with high pressure offshore. There's just really not a chance that this is going to become something bigger than what we're expecting. And we've got that nose of warm air at the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So no snow for us here locally. The mountains should see a more significant event, including parts of the foothills. Hazardous travel Friday night into Saturday, and that's why there's a winter storm watch. Snow, sleet up to about an inch the way it looks now, and there could be ice accrual up to about 1/4 of an inch. So if you're traveling west, be careful out there. Let's take a look at futurecasts starting Saturday morning at 5 a.m. Temperatures are close to freezing in the triangle, but there's just not going to be a whole lot of rain at that time. As we get towards 7 a.m., you can see that 29 in Roxborough, and those numbers quickly go up by 9 a.m. up to 33 in Roxborough, and we continue to warm up midday into the afternoon, but not much. It's just the cold rain for a Saturday. It's going to be a gross day. I do not recommend outdoor plans, and that's just the first of two systems, as I mentioned. So this first system is in the southwest U.S., and it's going to be moving east across the Gulf Coast, picking up a lot of moisture. We could see about 1/2 inch, maybe up to an inch of rain in spots, but it's not going to be a soaking rain for us. Tuesday is going to be a soaking rain, and then the northeast sees impacts Saturday into Saturday night. Let's look at Tuesday. This system has quite a jet stream set up to it, a lot of energy, a roaring wind high above the atmosphere, so high in the sky, so that upper level wind could easily be carried down and any thunderstorms that develop. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of rain, anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain in the eastern part of our area over the next week, perhaps 2 to 4 inches in the western part of our area. Now, snow lovers, I do want to have a quick look at the northeast for you. I'm going to go back in time here on Futurecast and just show you. It's really going to be more of a late Saturday into early Sunday kind of event in the northeast and the New England areas. As of right now, I will direct you to your local meteorologists up there. I've been really focusing on our local forecast. Just keep in mind, folks, Saturday, move those plans inside, but this is not going to be a winter storm for us here in our viewing area. And next Tuesday, it's looking like more of a mess.